What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today. We're also going to go over a complete recap of the White House Crypto Summit. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Cardano ADA 24-hour trade volume surpasses $2.9 billion according to CoinGecko and surpasses BNB for the 5th day in a row, which is great. Hopefully 24-hour trade volume can continue this momentum for a month. That would be fantastic. GateIO, with over $4 billion in 24-hour trade volume, ranks Cardano ADA as number 1 for 7-day gains. And Bitstamp, with over $500 million in 24-hour trade volume, highlights President Trump, including Cardano ADA in the crypto reserve as this week's top trend. Cardano's fiat-backed and MiCA-compliant stablecoin, USDM, surpasses $10 million in reserves, a great achievement, a great milestone. Grayscale ranks Cardano ADA as number 1 in 1-week returns for top 10 crypto assets. Great to see this. Lovely. Ali Martinez, technical analyst, says a daily close above $14 resistance could trigger a bullish breakout for Cardano ADA to head to $2. I would really like that. A little $2 action. Charles Hoskinson says Cardano is written in Haskell with a completely unique tech stack. We were the only ones insane enough to do that. Midnight Network is built on tech from Substrate, a framework from Parity Technologies, the team behind Polkadot. Great to see. And now it's not referred to as Substrate anymore. I believe Polkadot SDK. But again, great. And I would really like to see more collaboration between, different companies, different blockchains. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says we plan to hire approximately 1,000 employees in the US this year. We'll continue to build this industry in America to ensure the US remains a leader in technology and finance. Good to see. Now, complete recap, guys. All the interesting moments. President Trump says we're taking historic action to make America the Bitcoin superpower and crypto capital of the world. Yesterday, I signed an executive order creating our strategic Bitcoin reserve, which will make a virtual Fort Knox for digital gold in the US Treasury. So great to see, guys. President Trump says the federal government is already one of the largest holders of Bitcoin with as much as 200,000 Bitcoin. These existing holdings will form the foundation of the new reserve. Never sell your Bitcoin. So far, that saying's been right. Let's keep it that way. And again, Charles has been right. Existing holdings, the forfeited assets, right? President Trump says the Treasury and Commerce departments will explore new pathways to accumulate more Bitcoin for the reserve at no cost to taxpayers. We will conduct an inventory of all crypto assets held by the United States government and how they can be transferred to the Treasury. So this is great, guys, because doing an inventory of all the crypto assets, we're going to know if they have ADA, if they have XRP, if they have other assets, and then take action accordingly. The president says non-Bitcoin digital assets will be held in a new US Digital Asset Stockpile where they will be managed properly. Non-Bitcoin, I'm thinking Cardano, I'm thinking XRP, I'm thinking other assets and quote-unquote other valuable cryptocurrencies, as the president mentioned days ago. President Trump says we are ending Operation Chokepoint 2.0, which is good because Operation Chokepoint 2.0 was just bottlenecking everything and really making it a mess for founding, funding, and running a cryptocurrency business in the United States. So I imagine that now it's going to blossom. This is great. The president says lawmakers in Congress are working on bills for stablecoins and the digital assets market, a tremendous opportunity for economic growth and financial innovation. I hope lawmakers will send that legislation to my desk before August. And again, Charles has been on point. People don't give him enough credit because he says the legislation. So what is there to sign without the legislation? So it's good that Charles has a good relationship with the legislative branch. And again, this is going to be good. Digital assets market, more regulatory clarity. That's a good thing. Again, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says We're going to position the United States as a leader among nations in the digital asset strategy, not Bitcoin strategy, digital asset strategy. It's important for the US to recognize this fact and get ahead of other nations in the digital age. Really good. I like that. Scott Bessent also says, we applaud the president's direction to use digital assets already in possession. We use this authority to augment the assets of the US balance sheet. A large part of this asset program can be in digital assets. Again, emphasis on digital assets, emphasis on creating assets for the American people, but also maybe they include some Cardano, maybe they include some XRP and some other assets as well. It doesn't have to necessarily be Bitcoin. Now, let's see what Charles says about all this stuff happening. He says, I appreciate the passion and feelings that everyone has regarding whether I attend or am invited to specific US government events. Brigading government officials over X doesn't solve anything, nor does it change hearts and minds. There will be many opportunities and ways to participate domestically and globally in the regulatory conversation. The most effective thing we can do as an ecosystem is focus on our ecosystem, its growth and competitiveness. As events occur, that gives us the ability to engage. We will assess them on a case-by-case basis, but the direction is always clear. Let's grow Cardano while preserving its core philosophy of decentralization. I totally agree. Focus, right? This movement has always been a human one that belongs to everyone. We haven't forgotten that over the last 10 years, which is why I'm returning to our foundations in Japan. So he should be in Japan as we speak. I'll continue to travel throughout the world to meet with you all, listen, learn, and build. It's a lifelong journey and one that's forever worth the time. Thank you all for being part of Cardano and contributing to our continued success. So really nice, well said, because guys, a lot of people who put their faith in this meeting is kind of a nothing burger, kind of echoing a lot of the stuff we already know. And now we're kind of falling back on, yeah, Charles pretty much was right. And so, yeah, let's just continue to be positive, level-headed, right? Keep our chin up, keep our back up, you know what I'm saying? Keep the shoulders rolled back. Focus on the ethos. We have a lot of good stuff to celebrate, guys. And there's some good stuff mentioned in, you know, especially that, like, you know, digital asset stockpile and all that goodness. But a lot of the stuff we already know, right? So I think Charles has the right mindset, positive, focus, let's be gracious and work together, right? So let's take a look at the price. I think the market was just so over enthusiastic, way too high, too much hype when that announcement came out. And so realistically, there's a little bit of a pullback. I expected this pullback. It might pull back even further, especially because a lot of people just thought that the president would be like, I'm buying 1 billion in this, and I'm spending 50 billion in Bitcoin, and I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. No, guys, Charles was correct. They just took like the file name and rebranded it. They just took forfeited assets and renamed it. Now, moving forward, we're gonna wait and see what those pathways will be to accumulate more Bitcoin, accumulate more of the other assets as well. Heading over to TradingView, guys, ADA 817. If it starts to dip lower, I'm gonna look at, you know, buying opportunities because this might be the floor, the 7879 range. XRP 2.34, Bitcoin 85.7, and Bitcoin dominance again 61.2. So, what do you guys think? What do you think of the event if you checked out the live stream? Now, they did tell the media to leave, closing the doors. Maybe some alpha was discussed behind closed doors. We don't know yet. We're gonna watch patiently and see. But you know, these things take time. And I think that in a world of scarcity mindset, people just expect way too much. The market gets all this hype, and markets are forward looking, so people just price it in, as we saw with Cardano gold rushing up to, you know, $1.14 from the dips that we had. So there might be a little bit of a pullback. But what do you guys think? Did the event match your expectations or not? I would say that kind of played out exactly how I thought. You know, I was expecting it to just be an echo of the same stuff, not really hearing much to the public eye. So Let me know what you guys think. I would say that today's celebrations could be some of the other stuff. Grayscale, that would be a really nice one as well. USDM, it's good to see the reserves popping as well. Good to see that. And we'll see. We're still waiting for the next leg up. I don't think we've seen it yet. I'm curious to know what will be that catalyst moment for retail to FOMO in, which clearly it's not the Bitcoin reserve, at least not yet. And though the Bitcoin reserve and digital asset stockpile are positive, it's still going to take some time for the legislative branch to draft some laws, have them, signed, and then get things rolling in motion. So we have too much of a forward-looking hype, super hype. And it's good to just dial it back and know that we need to work, safe, secure, slow and steady wins the race. Patience will prevail. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts? Smash that subscribe, smash that like. I'll see you guys in the next Angry Crypto Show.